Thanks for having us. Good. Very tired, but good.
Adrenaline pump. After that
So, not going to go too much into the history, but it's been...
that'll take a while.
That'll take a while.
Yeah.
About, 16 years?
We've been around a long time.
Yeah,
in various configurations.
That's true.
And then the band actually wound up during the COVID era. Ben and I wanted to still work on something, but it seemed like for a few reasons, some members had moved away, people were in different phases of life, that sort of thing, and travelling to rehearse was basically impossible at the time. So I just thought let's have a time out and a reset. But we wanted to still work on something, and we ended up building it back up to the point of maybe this is actually still the Veil because it feels like it.
Okay.
So
that's always good.
I got the blessing of the members of the lineup as well. So Vanessa and Dan, who had been in the final lineup and played with us for a very long time. So we made sure that they were okay with us carrying on, and they gave us their blessing. So here we are. Yeah,
I like it.
And it meant that we could sell, T-shirts that were still left over from before. So.
With the correct branding.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it. So what do you think's changed the most since that very first round of the band?
I think it's probably
changed hair.
Chase hair.
Your hair
has been a lot of different.
Yeah, it looks great.
My hair is
great.
Actually, our hair has been a lot of different lengths between Ben and I. So
different colours as well.
Different colours.
Yeah, you're probably
White, grey, white, whitey, grey.
We could go on.
Just plain white.
And some subtleties, Ben.
That's possibly not the context you were looking for. But, actually, for me, having been there at the start, this feels the most like the excitement of the early days of the band with this lineup we have now. It feels like we've captured some of the early kind of adrenaline of our sound while keeping the atmosphere that we've been building in more and more. So
you've made like a bell curve in a way.
I suppose in a way. I mean, I think we've added other things as well, but just in terms of the level of excitement and energy right now, it feels like we've come back around to like we're a new band, a hungry new band, to use a terrible cliche.
We've been working on a record for a long time. So we're also feeling like we're almost at the point where we're definitely on the downhill slope to finishing it. Now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, we're back in the studio.
After many years of demoing a bunch of stuff and working through that stuff and 3 drummers over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been around for about 2013 or something.
You joined in the Impermanence era.
Yeah. So I've been around for about 12 years.
Yeah.
And it's taken, probably 6 or 7 of those years. I mean, we didn't stop writing songs or anything.
Yeah, we were really.
But we started demoing stuff 6 or 7 years ago, properly demoing it. For something we probably thought we would have finished maybe a couple of years after that. And then whatever happened with whatever personnel or life happens. People have kids and stuff, and people's dads die, which happened to about 3 of us, I think.
A lot of life happens in that time.
So there was a lot going on. And it feels like we're at the other end of that a bit.
So you feel like you've still got that original essence when the band started?
I think so. I mean, at the time that Ben joined, we were a very busy band. We released the album. We'd just been overseas. We played some international supports and some interstate stuff quite regularly. Then as we were building up to getting ready for the next record, there was just a lot less time available because of the sort of things Ben was referring to there. And we didn't want to rush the songs to completion. There was 2 albums worth of songs got demoed over that period. But the time has to be right to have the definitive document. So
That's true.
and yeah, so when we started it up again, most of the songs we recorded were songs that were from those demo sessions,
Yeah, I've done a couple of
but they were reworked pretty significantly,
Yeah,
and there was other new things we've written as well. So
I mean, I feel like we'll probably come back to a lot of those ones.
yeah, I'm sure we'll work on them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Nice.
But there's a backlog, so
Yeah.
it's lucky the band feels so energetic right now because we've got a lot of music to get to. So yeah.
That's good. That's a positive place to be.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Alright. Is there, like, with all of this time and all the different people changing and all these songs that have built up and some have been released and some are still waiting,
Yep.
is there one crucial element that makes the Veil the Veil?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I guess from my perspective then,
Not his hair. Just like
I think it's the combination of influences in the way that we filter them. So I started out playing in death metal bands, death metal and doom, but I was always listening to lots of other stuff as well. So heaps of post-punk and 60s and 70s music. And so when it came around to starting something new at the end of that previous band that I worked on, the idea behind The Veil was like, if it can be a band with an identifiable character that incorporates those elements in a way that feels seamless, like they're not being shoehorned in, like it's a natural thing. And I think those things do go together really well. I mean, Joy Division loved Black Sabbath. People just don't talk about it.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So,
is there, for you, not so much when you're writing, but when you're presenting The Veil to an audience, is there a particular influence? We'll go around all four of you, but is there a particular thing that you're making sure comes forward from all of those influences?
I think in a general sense, it's just I want to make sure that we sell every part of it in that way. So you don't have to make the atmospheric parts be metally just so it seems more conventional. Let them breathe, and at the same time, don't be apologetic about the heavy parts. Just completely lean into it. Then the dynamic is stronger as well. It's more interesting for us too. So
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
cool. We'll go around.
And the question again was?
So, well, essentially, there's so much in the mix now. But each interview individually, when you're on stage, putting your own part into it, what are you trying to bring forward from the multitude of influences?
So I don't know if I'm really trying. Do we hold this or you're holding it? You're good. Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it. Taking care of the talent here.
it's good to clarify.
I suppose one thing that comes to mind, I don't know if this answers this question, but when I first encountered The Veil, it felt familiar to me. And that's something that's kind of resonated with me as a creative my whole entire existence. Thinking, this feels like a memory, or it feels like a part of me already. And maybe it's a culmination of everything that's kind of inspired me, and whatever I can bring forth into it and infuse into it, it just feels organic. So not contrived. And I think that kind of echoes what you were just saying earlier. Like, it just feels organic. You don't even want to say certain words. It feels almost sacred, but it just kind of happens. And like you bring what you think feels good in the moment. I mean, that's what I do anyway, I hope. So.
You
that
do,
makes a lot of sense. Newest member, probably full on, but
Yeah, so I've been playing with them like for a month now, right? Yeah, for a month. But
it's a good
She's like-
perspective.
She's going to explode.
It's been an exciting month.
I really enjoy playing with them. Like I want to deliver the energy and also like entertain the audience for sure. And the first time I heard like the Impermanence album, like I love their song, and it's just like it motivates me to like learn more songs and then listen to like all of their songs, which is really great. So like I'm really glad that I can play with them.
Nice, and definitely plenty of energy. Which is good. So well done.
Thank you.
This is after the show, by the way. So I have like you asked.
I think it's always about the song. Like with us particularly, like if it's not a good song, it won't get through like a rehearsal anyway.
It's like a natural.
Like we can have a really good riff, but unless we can put it in a good song. So all the
written myself.
Yeah,
they're not songs yet.
They're not songs yet.
Because until the pieces attach themselves to it, it can just sit in the riff library until it's the right time.
Yeah, okay.
There was a song we played tonight, which is a combination of things written at really different times.
Yeah, okay.
There was a death metal riff in the middle, which I wrote when I was in high school.
Nice.
And I was just, I think...
I completely fucking made a mess of it tonight.
You've said that on film.
Yeah, that's it now. He's docked your pay permanently. Gone down a level, calling HR.
Down to $1 million a year.
But yeah, I think I was waiting for the right combination of people for that riff to feel right.
Yep.
And so, say there was something like the different ways that Bunga is approaching that song drums-wise, some of the changes, like the last little repetition of that riff, we're now playing it with like, I would call it, I'm not sure what you call it, but it was like a variation of the suffocation blast.
Oh, yes, okay.
With the snare on the one.
Yep.
But there's some other cool thing going on with the hi-hat that I can't even explain what it was. But I think the riff needed that. I just didn't know that it needed that. So, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So we've had several personnel work through that song.
Yeah.
And we know it's not quite right.
Yep.
So it was just waiting for the right time.
Yeah, the right time.
And we've got demos of it that are really cool, but just not quite right.
Still not quite in.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Yeah, they give me space to like fill in some, the beats that I want to put there.
Yeah,
so that's
cool.
really nice. And I'm glad that we did that today.
You resurrected a song with your input. I like it. Yeah, that's really cool. So is there some, this is the last question, I remembered it. Is there a particular, I guess, creative aspect that you haven't had a chance to explore yet with the Veil?
Not going to work 6 days a week. So.
Yeah, I think the ideal would be playing music all the time.
Yeah, okay, yep.
I remember reading an interview with, who was it? Neurosis, around the time they released the Times of Grace album, which I think is one of their best. And they said that they basically spent working weeks on that. They went in with the songs, they picked every element apart, and the song wasn't finished until everyone loved every piece in the song. It's pretty hard to do that without time.
That's a lot of time.
We try to take that approach, but that means it takes longer because we can't do days and days back to back. But that idea of the songs, you don't want to overcook it, but it's not finished until it's finished.
That makes sense.
But yeah, so if we could explore that more and more over time of like how can we make each song more and more stand on its own, I think that's probably what we want to do. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And for the two new members, is there anything that you've got planned that you're going to try to like sneak in a little bit, see if you can fit a few bits of fresh ideas in? Got any plans that the boss hasn't heard about yet?
Plans? Oh, look, I think we've actually talked about this, but probably adding more vocals because I am primarily a vocalist, and even in the way I've tried to come to the band with my contribution, maybe I'll vocalize first and then have my hands find it. Working with what we've got written and what we're feeling, but I think we're really looking forward to maybe singing more together.
Yeah, that's true. We were actually talking about this earlier tonight, of doing more with the
I didn't drop you in it, that's good.
Yeah. So that wasn't a surprise, it's okay.
So I think more, I've always got ideas to share, but in a safe environment like this, it feels like anything is possible.
Nice.
So,
That's really good.
Yeah.
Would you concur? You agree? Yeah.
Well, for me, we just talked about this too. Like maybe we should get more jams, like jamming session together. Like go into the rehearsal studio. And maybe like for me, I want to try like other songs too from the Veil, because to get the chemistry, like the chemistry better. So I think that's the plan.
Nice. I like it. Anything you want to sneak into the band in the future?
No, I mean, like, we've had a big, like, traditionally, if we know we've got a run of shows, we'll go hard for those run of shows. So we're not going to start playing stuff we haven't played for a while. We'll tighten up what we're playing. So now we're sort of at the end of a run of shows, so I think, like, maybe we'll start looking at a few other songs and maybe we'll jam. Like, jamming is one of my favorite things in the universe, so it's like, I can jam all day.
When in doubt, more elf.
Yeah.
Right, Ben?
Get the elf pedal going. So like Galadriel goes.
I know a guy who can hook you up with a custom-made elf pedal if you like. Lonely Mountain Sounds in Gunnedah.
Wow.
He makes pedals and themes them after Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So there you go. If you need an elf pedal, I got you, man. Sneaky plug there for my mate. Cool. Well, you have to have a think about it. Yeah. It might be what you've been missing this whole time. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there. But what's the best social media for people to hunt you down on and keep up with all the things coming up?
We've got Facebook and Instagram reasonably active at the moment. We'll probably try and put more energy into that.
Yeah. Part of the album.
And also,
Going properly again.
and streaming stuff as well that we've always just had online was just Bandcamp.
Yeah, of
but
course.
we're going to get into the other streaming services as well, just because I'm a physical media guy, but we want people to hear the music however they want to hear it.
Cool.
Buy a record if that's your thing, because that's my thing, but streaming is the way a lot of people hear things first. So
It really is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it was really good to actually finally meet you all in person, and looking forward to seeing what the future holds. So, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Great show tonight.
Thank you.
Awesome. Really well done. Too easy. I'll hook you up with that elf pedal.